Ah, hello, Internet. I'm me, and I've been quite the busy bee. Unfortunately, because of this, I have missed a lot of ToQGer and Kamen Rider Gaim episodes. Well, more of I've missed reviewing them. However, I would like to actually help out by just bringing everybody up to speed on what I think on both Kamen Rider Gaim and ToQGer. What do I think of everything that's been happening up till now? Well, let's start out with something. I'm going to start out with what I find uh, funny about both of these things, and then I'm going to move along to their separate little entities. What I find funny about both of the shows is that one, they're in the same time slot, or like hour time slot, which is phenomenal if you think about how different these two shows really are. And it's so contrasting these two shows that it's insane. Like it's almost insane to a molecular level how different these two shows are. Like literally, from ToQger you have literally a light versus dark story, while in Kamen Rider Gaim it's more of a very mixed gray area to where, for the most part of Kamen Rider Gaim, for like the very what's called the Beat Rider arc, where they're still doing their whole little dancing shtick. For the most part, like the henchmen were like the monsters of the week. Like the little henchmen that are like now like being swatted away in the show are actually putting up. We're the ones that put up a good fight. While of course ToQger still has the whole henchmen are kind of just weaklings, and then you have that one dude. Um, the fact that um, for the most part, on Kamen Rider Gaim's part, and especially now, at the point it's come up to, Kamen Rider Gaim, I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean it in a bad way. Kamen Rider Gaim's villains are boring. It's their heroes that are interesting, and I say that not because I'm not saying the heroes or the villains are boring. Like I mean, in the context of the show, they are probably the less interesting part. And this is what I mean. Um, when Idrisil was still around, everyone was a complete fuck. Like everybody, like except for Michi's brother. Other than that, everyone else reprehensible. Like you can't trust them. You couldn't you really couldn't trust them. Except for the DJ and Michi's brother, you couldn't trust any of them, like at all. And guess what? You couldn't fucking trust them. Like it was amazing. Like I don't think I did a review on it, but when Sid and them took out Michi's brother, or thought they took him out in Helheim Forest, I was gonna like I don't know if I did a review on it, but if I did a review on it, I would have called out, yo, the one person keeping them all in check is gone. They're all gonna start fighting each other, and shit's gonna go bad. And guess what happened? They all started fighting each other, and shit goes bad because they're villains. They are straight cut and dry villains. They are like, I want power, I want wealth, I want money. So they are just flat. They are flat villains. You know, they are they are not that interesting. Like they have no personality really. Like Sid especially had no fucking personality. Baron I never counted as a villain, so he doesn't count. Um, Michi Michi is Loki, and I'm gonna make a lot of equivalents, Marvel and DC comic book equivalents to the characters in Kamen Rider Gaim. But before I get to that, Kamen Rider, for the reverse, ToQger, the villains are the most interesting part. The ToQger themselves are quite boring almost. But the villains, their interplay and their power plays and their strategies to basically counter fuck one each other over, up to the point of the Now episode where freaking the Emperor gets eaten by Greta. Holy shit, I did not see that coming. And like this was the first like and the funniest thing about Greta is it's the first time. I don't know if it's always been there, but you notice there are wings on her back. They actually have a shot to finally show you her back, and it has wings. And so you're like, holy crap, she has angel wings this entire time? And then she uses them to like cover the Emperor, and then and apparently her mom has been planning this the entire time, counterfucked everybody, and like shit has gone wrong. And that was like so interesting, like so many power plays against each other. Like that's interesting because yeah, they're evil, but they're evil for different reasons. At least with them, it's a different type of evil. It's the D&D different types and levels of evil, if you know what I mean. It's like having three lawful evil people in the group. Lawful evil, as weird as that sound, means you are evil, but you rule with an iron fist. Chaos does not serve you. Lex Luthor, basically. Somebody who owns a giant company and wants order, but his way, basically, the evil way. And you have three people like that sitting for the Dark Liners, you know, and you got like you got Greta and her mom. Greta, who's technically, well, for the most part, wasn't evil, but her mom was. Um, you had like everybody is evil and has their own way of doing things, and because they have all their own ways of doing things and what they want in their own agendas, they don't mesh. Like, yeah, they're all in this group, but they're not meshing. They're not working together. They all have their own plans to win something, and that's what I found very interesting and why I enjoyed watching these guys work together or lack thereof. Like again, Kamen Rider Gaim's villains were just we're all evil. And it's just basically waiting for one guy to fuck over another guy who's in the same group. Like I'm sorry, they weren't even that forced to work together. It was always like, yes, but they're playing into my plan. Oh really? Hmm. Okay. And then goes over. He's playing you into his plan. Yes, I know. But what's your plan? Why did you tell me? It's a lot of that. And honestly, with the era of Game of Thrones and shit, we've seen that a bunch of times. I like seeing, like, just people don't tell each other shit. Like, I don't know. I love ToQGer where they just, like, oh yeah, I'm getting, no, fuck off. My daughter is marrying that dude. That's it. I don't care. Like, if you get in the way of that, go fuck yourself. Other than that, don't get in my way. That's happening. You can do your shit, but this is happening right now. Like, I love that. I just love the straightforwardness of it. Just boom, to the point, and nobody's getting in my way. And when everyone's to the point, but they all know they are going for the same thing, it's like watching like people fight over a promotion. And they all know they're going for the promotion. It's hilarious to watch. It's interesting to watch. When everyone's trying to interplay, it's interesting, yeah, but it's not that interesting. You just know someone's gonna screw over somebody else. And then when somebody does screw over somebody else, it's like, oh, well then, the domino effect will naturally go to this person. And it did. And that's why I didn't see Greta eating the goddamn Emperor coming. I saw Sid betraying Idrisil after freaking Michi's brother got killed. I saw that coming. Because it's played out evil. This was fucking unexpected. But, yeah, that's the dichotomy. Now back to Kamen Rider Gaim. Kamen Rider Gaim, it's a Superman show. You might not think it is, but it is. And I'll tell you why. Sorry, I have to refill on Sprite. And this is going to be a tangent thing. More of, not a rant, but like just me talking, basically. But I'm trying to piece my mind together. But it's a Superman story. Kamen Rider Gaim is a straight-up Superman story. And you guys are going to go, what? Basic Superman story. Or a good Superman story. Not basic. Good Superman story that many people don't write, and I thought they were going to do for Man of Steel, but they totally didn't, whatever. Is The fact that Superman is so powerful and so good, that the world around him questions what he does. It's the, if God is so malevolent, I'm sorry, not malevolent, benevolent. If God is so benevolent, why do bad things happen? Or it will. Why doesn't he stop this? What we see with Kota, and I think this is very interesting, especially for a common writer, is that Kota has a lot of power. Kota has an insane amount of power, actually. Kota, I think, could just, if he really wanted to, take everyone out. Everyone he needs out. Yeah, there are a few exceptions, barely, but I'm pretty sure he could. Like, he keeps doing this. Wherever he goes, Zenith arms. Like, you'll think, oh man, well, Michi just beat him in his Zenith arm form. Guess he can't do anything. And then you hear Baron say, stop holding back. And then you see him in this episode take out another Overlord like that. Because he's like, fuck it. Like, he's literally Superman. It's like, he has all the powers. Like, he literally has them all. And if he wanted to, and he can use them in a way that other people can't. And if he wanted to, he could just take everyone out. Like, that. Like, it's over. So you have this character who can do all these things, but his morals, his ground standings of being a good person, keeps him tethered, keeps him in a box, keeps those powers in check themselves, while everyone else around him, especially with a worsening situation, um, egg him on to let loose, to break those morals, to throw away those good and naive feelings and just delve into the darkness with everything else, with everyone else. It's just naive. You're too childish. You're too stupid. Just get in there and fight. And that's why everyone thinks Baron would make a good leader, because he doesn't cloud himself with the naivete like Kota. And honestly, honestly, I don't know about that. Like, again, like a good Superman story, it's about finding another way. It's about circumventing what seems inevitable. Like, if you ever go watch the show, the DC animated movie Superman versus the Elite, or read the comic What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, and the American Way. Superheroes come in. This new group of superheroes come in and start killing villains, killing off dictators, leaving like entire countries ungoverned in chaos, like shit like that. And Superman is telling them, don't do that. So Superman's telling the world, this isn't good. But the world is seeing it as, well, they're finally killing the villains, even though that's actually the responsibility of the state, because those guys can put those dudes to death at any time, but they don't, whatever, who cares? Um, but anyway, so everyone's telling Superman, you should kill, you should kill, you should kill. And then Superman shows him what would happen if he killed, and he gets freaking brutal. He gets, like, nasty. But he finds a way around everything. He finds new ways around bad situations to show people I can keep my morals and I can still save the day. And I think they're going to go for that in Kamen Rider Gaim. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they'll have Baron actually become the leader and have the golden fruit and do other things. I don't know. Um, I don't know his name, but Lemon Dude. Not Baron. Not Baron, like original Lemon Dude. Data crunching dude. Yeah, can I say this? Bullshit that he's a better fighter than everyone else. I don't care if he collects data all damn day. The dude is a skinny nerd. Like, they played him up as a skinny nerd this entire time, and now he can just fucking outmaneuver everyone. And I'm like, I know you collect data on battle strategy and movement, but God, this has been a pet peeve of mine since anything, like comics and everything, but just because your character can collect data on other characters does not mean they can execute the exact same data to counter those moves. Like, if you timed me and I can punch like 5 punches a second, sure, you have the data, but you better be able to train to match me or exceed me, alright? Like, knowing that shit is only going to get you so far. But I still love the fact that everyone, like, they are begrudgingly trusting him when they could have just, like, kneecapped him out, like, out when they showed him, when he showed the secret entrance, like, kneecap him with a sonic arrow and then move out the fucking way. But, like, dude, the guy is so fucking transparently evil. It's not even fucking funny. I don't even know why they follow him. Like, I'd rather go alone. I'd rather do it alone. Like, I'd rather just storm Idrisil with, like, watermelon tanks and shit like that and just bombard the fucking building and try to get in. Because this guy's untrustworthy. Like, every battle, every fight, everyone's like, Hitchin! And gets ready to go, and he's just, yes, interesting. I'm like, dude, you're fucking evil. Fuck, like even Kulcha, and like when he's fighting an Overlord, he's like getting his ass kicked, and he's like looking over, like, dude, shit, get over here. And I was like, yeah, he's evil. He's gonna betray you guys like the first second he gets. Like once the immediate threat is out of his way, he's going to betray you all. Like in hardcore, it's no secret. That's like so blatantly obvious. It's not even funny. And yeah, I know there are like some TV Nihon magazines and shit like that already showing scans of him betraying them. But come on, dude, they might as well give him a fucking evil twirly mustache to just go, I will betray them all using the data I stole. Fucking other than that, I really have liked Kamen Rider Gaim. I really do. I liked how I liked its progression. Um, Michi killing his brother. Again, it's another pet peeve I have, but I can see where it comes in. If an older brother, being an older brother, has a younger brother who's gone rogue, I'm killing him. Because if anybody knows how much damage they can do, it's the older sibling. The older sibling would know, especially if the older sibling raised the younger sibling, they would definitely fucking know the damage they would create. Like, I'd regret it. It would haunt me for the rest of my entire fucking life. But you know what? People would live. Plans would be ruined. But, I would know that and lived. And that's not me being a dick, even though I do hate Michi with a passion. I think he's a smarmy little ass. And I kind of just hate characters who are backstabby and slang, like never have a strength of their own. Like they always backstab. Like they can never fight, and they talk the most shit. Like they talk the most shit and then hide behind the shadow. I'm like, bitch, if you're gonna do that, stand out here. Like, I love the assassins who won't say shit, and that's what makes assassins cool. They won't say shit, but they'll stay in the shadows, and that's what makes them cool. What makes them bitches if they talk shit and then hide in the shadows. That's just, you're a coward at that point. But yeah, other than my Michi hate, for the most part, I'm really digging Kamen Rider Gaim. Everything has been interesting up to this point. Like, it's still interesting. Like, barring the fact of the very insanely obvious I am evil characters, like, again, like, how can you not see it coming? It's like, right there, like, he's going to betray you guys, and it's going to hurt. Excuse me. Now on to ToQGer. Until now, until this most recent episode, dude, ToQGer's been around. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all, but it's very average. It's like if GoKaiger started out like GoKaiger. And you know the filler episodes of GoKaiger, the episodes that have absolutely no use. Or, you know, just are there for character development, basically. What if it's like that? For, like, all this? Like, they keep bringing up interesting things, but never follow through for like an episode and a half and then drop it. Like, oh, our dark past. I think like it's been carried on for like 3 episodes, then dropped, and then brought up again right now. Sixth Ranger being a monster, brought up in his episode where he shows up, and then dropped again. Like, oh, you have a monster form, dude. Like, if you lose control, you turn back into that monster. Oh no, we're not gonna. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, dude. Like, oh my goodness, there's nothing all that interesting to say about ToQGer. It's not bad. It's very average. It's not exciting. It's not terrible. Like I've seen some people go, the comedic episodes are terrible, and I'm like, dude, they're made for kids. And honestly, Japanese humor is kind of bad to me. Like some of the things in Japanese humor, like really gets me. Like I'll bust out laughing, and it's usually at the stupid shit. But like the throwaway Japanese jokes what make me laugh. Like if it's trying to be sophisticated, I'm like, you know. But even for like some of the titty jokes, I couldn't take it. I was like, no. But yeah, like come on, it's ToQGer. It's so aimed for kids. It's not even funny. It's Super Sentai saying, hey, can we go back to like it's like they saw KyoUger and were like, yeah, that's for kids, but can we bring like that's for 5th graders? Can we bring it back down to the 3rd graders? And then they got ToQGer. Again, they finally returned back to the holy shit. Guess what? We're actually exploring the whole. They lost their memories. You didn't want to get into that? They finally go back to the losing of the memories in their town, and like the emperor gets eaten by Greta, and like the mom's like, yeah, yes, my plan worked, and I love the face of everyone else because it's just like, what the shit? And she goes, what? This was my plan, and then he's like, I didn't know it was your plan. Yeah. Like, look, nigga, was I supposed to tell you? And that's a stark contrast from Kamen Rider Gaim and like in Kamen Rider Gaim the ToQGer villains. I love the ToQGer villains because they just balls out evil for and like if you go, oh my god, that was your plan. Like, yeah, dude. Like what? Oh, what? You thought I was gonna tell? No, 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 no. Or like I mean I haven't seen the subs for it, but basically it's like Greta has the same marriage the same way a mantis has sex. Like oh yeah, and then like the female bites the head off of the male, and I'm guessing that's the marriage. But like yeah, Greta eats the bastard, and it's freaky. It is fucking freaky. And when she gets the red eyes, it's actually quite creepy. Especially when they do like a close up of Greta's face and it's just dead on. Again, like I don't know what it is. The villains just give me another vibe. Like I guess they're more fun. Like everyone in Kamen Rider Gaim, every villain is just yes. Let me plot and scheme, and then you might know what might be going on. And just ToQGer is just like I'm going for a wedding. You never asked what that wedding was, but I have a wedding. And that's just amazing to me. I just love it. Again, though, up till this point, I was wholly disinterested. Like, I watched ToQGer when I had, like, a stressful day. Because Kamen Rider Gaim, first stressful day, was like, damn, I wish he would just kill Michi. Like, if I was having a stressful day and started watching Tokusatsu, and I came across Kamen Rider Gaim and started watching, I was just like, kill fucking Michi. Just kill the bastard. Shove a sonic arrow up his ass and keep pulling till you can't have any energy anymore. Just do it. He's more trouble than he's worth. I know Kota, bro. Like, and that's the thing, like, even though I talked all about that on Kamen Rider Guide and how it's supposed to happen and all that in the storyline, but even for me, I'm like, bro, just kill fucking Michi. And I know, that's probably what they're going for. But if there's anything I've seen from like the scans of the magazine, Michi's only gonna go farther down. And I think he's like, and I even believe Baron when he goes, he just crossed the line. Like, I'm like, dude, just cut off an arm and a leg of Michi, and then he'll just like get the point. He'll get the point of, holy shit. Okay, Kota, you were right. I was wrong. I took Mai for no damn reason. I'm insane. I think I need some help. A cut off arm or a limb will always set somebody right. But ToQGer, I don't know what's gonna happen next, and that's the thing. I don't know why it is. It's like Kamen Rider Gaim. I predict it. It comes true. I'm like, yep, that happened. Fucking ToQGer. I don't know if it's because I'm so disinterested or because it just keeps a lighthearted persona and then just suddenly takes a left turn into dark shit. Um, but I don't see where it's going. Of course, I mean, for the next episode of this week, I think I know where it's going. It's like, no, we have troubles, we gotta regroup and then fix shit, then come back with an even bigger giant robot to beat the other giant robot. Which, actually, I'm kind of surprised somebody can actually hijack the train. Like, I literally thought without that little ticket thing you couldn't get in, but apparently not. You can just blow it up and just walk right on in. Um, Probably a little security risk there. They'll probably fix that once they get the rainbow line back. But you gotta admit, this was a pretty ballsy move to have the bad guy mid-season not only change from like the Emperor of Evil getting eaten, which I'll never get over, but the rainbow line being taken over and everybody being put on the ropes. That's actually really impressive for a mid-season. Unless they decide to end it now, which I'm pretty sure they won't. And of course, they're gonna have the next episode where they get the robots back and make the big super duper fuck off robot to win the day. Yeah, I get that, but now it looks like when Greta hit them with like the Uber Darkness move, it knocked loose their earliest memory, so they now remember what happened to them, and that could be interesting. Like I don't know, like what happened to them as kids? Like was it their friendship that kept them together and through the darkness? Like were they torn apart by the darkness? Um are they like ToQger 6 where they are monsters? But like, they revive themselves somehow, Do they have a monster form? And is that why Zed was so interested in them, that they are in darkness and yet have that shine in their eyes? There's so much interesting things that can come from this. Let's hope they actually go that route. Or if this isn't set on any tracks. That was terrible. Anyway, yeah, that's all I gotta say about both ToQger and Kamen Rider Gaim. I'm so sorry for being away for so long, but hey, guess what? Back now, and I'm back with a vengeance. If you didn't hear, guys, I'm trying to start up a brand new American-style tokusatsu. Think less Saban and more a hybrid between Toei and classic Saban. Classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Because, let's face it, Masked Rider was not all that good. And BR Troopers wasn't all that good either. And Big Bad Beetleborgs wasn't all that good. At all. Yeah. But yes, I am starting up a brand new thing. We're going to have a new Kickstarter, but right now, we're going to try to bring in fans. We're trying to bring in you, the Tokusatsu fans, to band together and be our fan base so that when we do a Kickstarter, you guys can probably maybe help. Or just show some support and some love. I can't tell you everything that's happening, but we will be having it's going to be a we're hoping for a 7-episode season. It is going to be a completely original idea. Completely original for the IP of Power Rangers, basically. This is not a remake of Mighty Morphin. This is not a remake of Zeo. This is not a remake of a Super Sentai. This is our own team of it's based around Super Sentai and Power Rangers, around a little of the tropes. There are a few little callbacks here and there that we're going to put in there, but it is completely original powers, completely original ideas. Cherry picked some little tropes from Tokusatsu and classic stuff, but for the most part, it is all original. We're not remaking anything. We're not gonna have a callback to Tommy. We're not gonna have like, oh, let's try to remake Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the umpteenth millionth time. No. We're gonna. It's like, what if the fans got to pick the next Super Sentai or the next Power Rangers? And that's what we're doing. We're going to try to do this, and we need your help because we need the support of the fans. And I will leave a link for our group, our Facebook group, in the box below. If you can find it. No, you can find it. And I'll leave a link in the description box, or I'll leave it even here if I figure out how to work that whole annotations thing. I don't know how that thing works. I'm just an old man who doesn't know how technology works or anything like that. But until next time, y'all, where I come back with actual reviews of the episodes, because now I've just finally hastily caught up, peace. Sprite is so damn good.